Uh, we're doing this again. This like the second, third time we're doing this guerrilla style because Chrissy boy there, he decided to step on a nail and get himself thrown in the hospital. So first of all, how you feel?
Only I didn't step on a nail.
Well, I didn't want to say what really happened to you. I'm trying to obey all HIPAA laws.
Yes, we're obeying HIPAA laws. Let's just say that the Rob made me sick,
Oh God,
and I had to go to the
don't
hospital for
look
about 5 days.
in the circle of people we know. You saying the raw make you sick is not a good statement to make. It's just not a good statement to make. I'm just
Let's
saying.
just say the Rob said something, and but because of what he said, he made me sick. That's my story. I'm sticking to it, Rob.
There, there we
Even
go.
though he's
Well,
not here to defend himself.
you could say he got a little bit of karma too because he's stuck at the job house. So
Yeah,
he's
but I'd rather had his karma though.
eh, depending on the circumstances, I would agree with you. I would agree
Yeah.
with you. Front Row Wrestling Podcast. I am Mr. KS. That is Chris coming to you live from his what's the word I'm looking for?
Bedroom where the
No,
magic does not happen.
I was not going to even go down that road. But you said it. You there? Welcome to the show. So yeah, we didn't do a show last week because of SummerSlam. It was 2 nights, and we wanted it to enjoy it without having to come up and do a show. So we let everything play out. We had Monday Night Raw. We had SmackDown. The fallout from SummerSlam. First of all, we know you didn't because of your hospitalization. You didn't get to see SummerSlam, but you know what went down. So we're not going to go match by match. We're not going to go you know complete analysis on
uh,
everything. We're just going to discuss the
and
fallout.
what we can do later, if you want, we can scan a copy of what our picks were last week and upload them later because it's not within reach of me to get.
Oh well, let's just say this: I made out of one the picks, but the main things I predicted happened. So
Yeah, I don't know who
I
won
just
the
said it.
pick. I'm oblivious to that. I don't know who won it.
Well,
I just know that everybody.
I'll claim it to the facts of till it's made official. I'll just go ahead and unofficially claim it.
But
I'm
but
gonna,
but you did make one of the ultimate picks. I will give you, and I told you a while back if it came true, I would be the first person to give you all the credit on it.
well,
And you made that call, and it happened.
sometimes you got to turn off the white noise that is the IWC and just go with your common sense. And if you've been a fan for over 40 years, like myself and you don't need a bunch of people online, especially people half your age, to try to tell you what you already know. Number one, try to tell you stuff that they don't know as if they actually work in the business. So yeah, if you turn that off and think with your mind and enjoy wrestling, you can still kind of predict and see where things are going, but it allows you to enjoy the ride anyway. There's plenty of TV shows that you can watch all these little sitcoms and you can know what's going to happen at the end. You just still want to enjoy the ride of the sitcom. So let's just do that. The main thing you brought it up, Steph Rollins cashing in. Some people gonna say they knew it all along. Some people gonna say they shouldn't have. People actually have a problem with him portraying that he had an injury, which is crazy to me because ain't that what we watching wrestling for?
Yeah, I mean, look, we could go back to when the injury happened, and when we talked about it on this show. I believe those shows are still uploaded on YouTube, right?
Yes, they are.
You can go back, anybody can, and look. And I'll be darned if Mr. KS there didn't say this could very well be a work. It could be fake. He could be planning this out and then turn around and cash in, later on and win the belt. Now, I don't know. I don't remember if we went so far as to, predict who he would cash on. But later on, you did follow up, and you pointed out Seth Rollins said, as long as he's breathing, CM Punk wouldn't be champion.
And then, like I said, there was little things. We heard he went to go get an MRI, but it was swollen. First of all, shout out to Ismail. He said he's hoping you feeling better. Um,
Thanks, Ismail. I appreciate it.
but yeah, like I said, we heard he went to go get an MRI, but his knee was too swollen to have it done. And we didn't hear anything else after that. There was no more reports. There was no I went to Dr. Andrews. There was no I went to this place or that place or nothing. We just heard nothing. Okay. Like normally they give reports. And these so-called journalists, they weren't giving reports. They were giving opinions as to they were arguing over whether it was working out instead of actually saying, well, we got a report. This could very well be a work and left it at that. But turned out, like I said, people are mad because he faked the injury. And I've heard several podcasters say, oh well, how does how does that affect us when somebody really gets injured? And they brought up the Liv Morgan thing that she really got injured. Yeah, we know injuries happen. But you don't sit here and tell me that you've been watching wrestling all these years and you ain't never seen somebody fake an injury. Come on.
I mean, we've seen many angles in the past where injuries were faked. Have we seen them faked so elaborately? I mean, you remember the video I sent you. Now, I don't know if that was just them saying it for the sake of saying it, or if they're legit being real about it. But, you had Tiffany Stratton talking with Logan Paul, and Logan Paul was like, do you believe that? What was your thoughts when that happened? And he said, when I saw it happen, I texted them both, and I told them, F you to both of y'all. I can't believe you kept that from me. And she was like, he was even limping backstage the whole time he was around everybody.
Yeah,
Selling
it's called working.
Yeah, so I mean, but normally, you wouldn't limp like that around the people who work with
But
you. Like
that was a different time. It's
supposedly
a different
breaking a
time
nose.
now. Everybody's got a camera phone. You don't know who's walking around backstage with a camera in their pocket. I
Right.
mean, just look at it like this. Remember a few months back when Cody and Kevin Owens was going at it, right? There were no cameras around that court. That was all fan footage. As we learned by watching Unreal, um, they knew it was going to be fans out there with camera phones. So let them capture it, and they worked them. That was not a real fight.
Yeah.
The fans saw them fighting. Oh, look, they're still fighting. It's called working. Same thing here. If people gonna see Seth Rollins out walking around backstage or walking anywhere, he better be with crutches on. He better be with a brace, and he better be selling his injury. It's just what it is. Remember Sandman with the eye? He stayed at
Right.
home because he didn't
Yep.
want people to see him outside. There's plenty of people faking injuries walking around. The whole Dusty Rhodes thing. Do people really think they broke Dusty Rhodes' arm or his ankle? He went
I
and had a
think
boot.
yeah.
He went and had a boot specially made just to sell that angle. So
Yep.
yeah, I think the outrage is the people who believed he was injured are mad he got worked. The people who couldn't, who were on the fence about it, were mad that they didn't know for real. And the people who want to say they knew for real are the real people who didn't know anything. There you go. That's what outrage is. But that wasn't the only surprise. Night two, we get the return of Brock Lesnar. I've been saying
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar was going to come back. Um, I thought he I thought he was coming back at the Royal Rumble. I thought he was coming back at WrestleMania. I've been saying it. I said Brock was
You've been
going to be
saying it
back.
for a long time.
Yes, I've been saying Brock is coming back,
Now,
and everybody's
now,
like,
now,
no, 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 no,
now,
no, no.
what everybody's going to say right now at this point they're going to be like, well, I can yell, I don't know, give me a random name. Um, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's coming back. Chris Jericho's coming back to the next pay per view. It didn't happen. Chris Jericho's coming back to the next pay per view. It didn't happen.
Happen.
Ultimately, if I say Chris Jericho's going to come back, another time,
If I say it enough times, it'll be true.
that's what a lot of people are going to think and say. Well,
You're
you've
right.
been saying it like
It
the
was
last
long
10
term
years.
storytelling.
I mean, it's bound to happen eventually.
Yeah, I
Out
wasn't
there,
just but see, I was putting a time on it. I was like, I wasn't just saying he's coming back. I was saying, oh, he's going to come back at this event. I was saying when he was coming back. I wasn't just throwing out a blanket statement. But you're right. If you say it enough times,
like Joe
you know,
Hendry, say his name.
well, I said his name more than 3 times, and he finally appeared. But
Finally appeared.
again, just like with the Seth thing,
You believe in
um,
Brock Lesnar?
do you? How can you
Uh,
not? But no,
I,
just
I
like that is
believe.
it's
Well,
people
what
that
I believe in Brock Lesnar is that I truly wonder: is he free and clear of everything?
Yes, they come on. That's what I'm about to get into. Like,
I'm not saying
hold up, but let's just you are a fairly intelligent person. You graduated high school, you got a diploma, and you can chew gum and walk at the same time. Do you
well,
actually think
yeah. Go ahead.
do you actually think that with all especially with the way the company is running now, do you think that these high power lawyers in this $1 billion company didn't do all kind of legal checks and legal, you know,
I
investigations
would
and all that
I
type
would
of stuff?
certainly hope so. I would certainly hope so.
He's not on
The
TV
only
if he
reason
can't.
why excuse me, sorry. Only reason why I bring it up is reading that statement from that girls' legal team stating that they are still in investigation under
But,
Mr. Lesnar, and that
but,
when the proof that they have brings brought to light in a court of law, that he will be
but,
found
but,
guilty
but,
of
but,
blah blah
but,
blah blah blah.
first of all, it's a civil case. It's not a criminal case. That's number one. It's a civil case. And let's go back to the very, very beginning of this thing. This is only happening because Vince missed the payment. It's the only reason this is happening.
Even with a civil case, if he gets found guilty in that civil case,
There's
it's the
that's the thing. There's no guilty in a civil case. You either at fault or you ain't, or you ain't.
okay. Let's say he's found at fault and has to pay restitution to her. It's a it's an image issue at that point,
But what is
basically.
the? But I mean, that's the part. That's the. Mm,
If
I
it
think
turns out to be anything to it, there may not be
I
nothing to it.
I
I mean,
think, but I think that's what's wrong with this whole situation. All these saints and perfect people walking around on this planet Earth we got here is having so many trillion people on Earth, and 92% of them have ever done any wrong. They're just perfect. And you mean
I'd make a
people?
halo. I hacking hold the thing with both hands. So
It's crazy to me that people are trying to say, "Yo, well, it's an image issue. It's an image issue." What's the image?
well, I mean that he
Somebody
you know,
somebody
with a
sent him a
respect
picture
price.
at somebody sent him a picture and offered and propositioned him. That's the image.
The image it portray is that he's a pervert that likes to pee on people's heads, apparently, and
That's but that
stuff
no,
like that.
that's Vince. That ain't Brock.
There was something said about him and
That
urinating
that
on the
there
people
was
that he
not,
likes to be with.
that was Vince saying he wanted Brock to do it.
All right, well, I can't
Brock,
remember exactly how everything went.
Brock
I just know that
we went through that thing like it was. Yeah, we did about 2 or 3 shows on that. All this was
this
stuff was
reminds me of. Just reminds me of
what?
the Brock Lesnar whole Vince McMahon. And what's the girl's name again? The woman's name?
Oh, what the heck is her name? It's
But
on the tip of my tongue.
so her
It's on
name's
the
not really as important as the other two. But I mean, it reminds me of how many different people can you find that's been on the Epstein list? Now you got who's on her list. You got Vince McMahon. They're
I
throwing
don't. I
Brock
think.
Lesnar. They keep throwing names out there.
Here's a difference between that and the Epstein list, though. The people who are on the Epstein list actually went through with things.
That
They're actually
go.
guilty of it. They
There's a lot
there's
of people on that list that people question, man. A lot of people.
I would say being on that list is way worse than uh looking at Vince McMahon's text messages and saying, "Yeah, this is what I want
Oh,
and
it's
this
way
person to
worse.
do."
It's definitely way worse.
That's I mean,
Reminds me of that.
what I'm saying is, if you sent them, if you sent a text message saying, "Man, I want Mr. KS to go down to his local Walmart and start knocking over fruit trays and just start hitting random pick your ethnicity people with fruit." Now, if you send that to somebody with my name in it, how is that bad on my reputation? You just said you wanted me to do it. How is that my fault?
Oh, it's bad if you did it, not bad if you did.
Exactly. And he didn't do it. That's the thing. These people, they have already came out and said Brock has never met this woman. He was just sent pictures. Everybody that
You know me, devil's advocate, conspiracy theorist. I mean, how do we know what really happened? How do we know we're not protecting the man's image and saying no, he had nothing to do with nothing and everything?
I'll say this: there's no way he's on WWE
Somebody has to
television.
play devil's
There's
advocate.
no with all the people involved and all the lawyers and the legals and all every nook and cranny. There's no way that man ain't on TV. I'm sorry, there's no way he is on TV without them doing they
I would hope not.
deep digging.
Yeah,
I just can't see
I would
him.
seriously hope not. But anyway,
But he's back, and so what do you see? Where do you see him going? I mean, he came back and
I
attacked Cena. He wasn't on TV this week,
apparently,
so
yeah, apparently it's starting something with him and Cena again.
that's what I'm saying. But he wasn't on TV with Cena. Now we got Cena and Logan Paul going against each other in Paris.
Well, Paris isn't really a big PLE anyway. You're not going to get
Well,
Brock Lesnar for a PLE in Paris. So let's start with something like this with Logan Paul, but then, Brock is going to have something where maybe he comes out on Raw again and he gets
well,
up there with Cena on Raw. Next thing you know, maybe Survivor Series, they got something going on.
there was two. I don't know how to put it. But I'll put it to you like this. Cena says, Brock is back because, it's a not something he wanted to put on his list, but but basically what he said is if they line him up for me, I'll knock him down. That's basically what he's saying. But then when you got Triple H saying Brock is back because Cena wanted to have Brock in his retirement tour. So I don't know if all that is to mean that Cena's going to beat Brock or Brock is going to beat Cena, or if somehow, some way, there's a title involved in this whole thing.
I think they kind of tipped their hat a little bit with the announcing team, maybe inadvertently, when one of them said that they think
What do you
John
mean?
Cena wants to avenge his loss he had to Brock Lesnar at that one.
So you think it's a Cena?
I think it's going to be Cena beating Brock this time.
Is this a Survivor Series thing, or
It could be. I mean, it could be after Survivor Series. They could be building up and look. Well, how much time he got left though? He don't have that much time left.
December?
I mean, what's big after Survivor Series?
I don't know.
It had to be Survivor Series. Maybe
Survivor
a Hell in a
Series.
Cell.
That's in what WWE. Let me look this up. December PLE.
They may have one of those side PLEs, like they used to have, or an in your house or whatever they used to call all of them.
In your house, I ain't heard that name in a long time.
I have neither, but it's the first one that came to mind for some reason.
So the last thing in December is a Saturday night's main event.
That's much bigger than a Saturday night main event.
That's their last big event of the year. And that's
Yeah,
December
but
13th.
I mean a Brock Lesnar or John Cena, that's much bigger than a Saturday night main event.
So up next we got Crown Jewel. Clash in Paris. That's on the 31st. Then our next event is October, which is Crown Jewel. Then after that is Survivor Series, and then it's Saturday night's main event. So that's
Crown
it.
Jewel. I can see them paying money to bring
In
Brock
Australia?
up there to face Cena. Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
They made it.
So this is definitely not. I don't think this is going to be seen as. You think they save it to make it Cena's last match though?
I don't know. But
Like Cena's last match is he.
To me, it feels like a Survivor Series Hell in a Cell kind of match.
Let me throw this out there. Just a scenario, right?
Yeah.
Cena's last match, they bring Brock back. They keep him around. They have him doing stuff. Like I said, he wasn't there this week, so Brock is not going to be there every week. The only time Brock is going to be there every week is in the couple of weeks leading up to the actual match, right? So they draw this out. We already got Paris. There's only 2 PLEs between now and Saturday night's main event. Could they draw this out and make this be Cena's last match? And like you said, Cena gets his win back? and then we don't have Brock and Cena's gone, and we can let Brock go for another couple of months unless we decide we want to bring him back. I haven't heard anything about how long his contract is, or if he even has. Are they doing this per event, or did they bring him back just for this, or like
I
I
haven't
don't.
heard anything either.
Yeah, so that's all. I mean, we got to take all that into consideration. I mean, it's to me, I think it's worth it bringing him back. Like I said, he's not going to be on TV every week, so we're not going to have people chanting and trying to hijack the show with dumb chants and shit when he come out there. So we ain't got to worry about that. So and
Right.
Brock ain't the type to do a bunch of TV interviews or go on a bunch of talk shows. So they keep him hidden and bring him back. He attacks him. They had a big brawl and we draw this out.
Well, you know what's
main
going to
event,
happen
it's over with.
if he disappears for a few weeks? You know what we'll be hearing also.
What?
I can't believe they started a storyline with Brock Lesnar and possibly John Cena. And now he's been gone for
I thought you were going to go a different way. I thought you were going to be like, oh, they bought it.
He may as well be the next final boss or something.
I thought you was going to go, they bought him back, and they found out because he's so bad, or they, all the backlash about him being back, they decided to keep him off TV. That's going to be a report out there too. So
probably so, but no, I was thinking you're going to have people mad because they started something with him, and now they're not bringing him on television enough for the people to see, and they're going to compare it to The Rock doing something, starting what he started, and then not showing up again for months. And, there'll be people do stuff. They'll do something like that. I feel fairly certain of that.
Yeah. So, like I said, we're not doing a whole SummerSlam review. You want to know the winners? I'll give you, the results. I had them pulled up, and then give me 1 second. Chris normally runs, stuff in the background, but he's convalescing right now, so it's all on me. So
it's on my iPad today, guys. That's why it's so shaky. I can't hold it still 100% of the time.
Yeah, when you get old, you even stubbing your toe or making a joke will put you in the hospital.
I'm telling you, karma's a B word,
Oh, we're an adult show, Chris. You can actually say the name. You can say the word.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm trying to be nice in case karma wants to jump up and bite again.
Yeah, I don't think you should tempt fate, my boy. I think you should leave that whole fate thing alone.
I'm not trying to tempt no fate.
So yeah, let me go back. The results. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, women's tag team champions. They defeat Raquel and Roxanne. So,
Can't tell you one that I was surprised about though.
What's that?
I was surprised there was a clean victory of Tiffany Stratton over Jade Cargill.
Really?
I was surprised. They've been portraying Jade Cargill as one of the, like a Rhea Ripley that's, hard to beat, that they're going to push her to the moon because she's strong and the fans are behind her. They like her. Although they're behind Tiffany Stratton as well, I thought the natural progression of things was going to be they were going to go ahead and take the title off Stratton and put it on Cargill because she's had it for quite a few months now.
I'm putting my mind into the trip. I'm putting my mind in the Triple H mode. And if you put your mind in the Triple H role, if you really want to be truthful to yourself, the man sat underneath the Vince McMahon's learning tree, and say what you want about Vince. He had his moments. He made stars. It is what it is. Love him, I hate him. I think this is what they're doing with Jade is they're going to push Tiffany and make Tiffany stronger and kind of break Jade down a little bit. It could be for a number of reasons. She could not be ready. She could not be where they wanted her to be. Whatever the case may be.
She still has a few botches here and there, but don't.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not saying she's the worst. I'm just saying, I'm not a wrestler. I am not qualified to give anybody any do's or don'ts, right? But like I said, I think they're pushing or making Tiffany stronger a little bit and bring Jade down. Break her. It's the whole break them down and build them back up type thing. So when they do that and build Jay back up, now she will be more dominant. She'll be more destructive. She will be, like you said, a real Ripley type. And just walking through mofos, and when that time comes, she'll have that title. So I think they just trying to break her down and polish her up a little bit, shine her up, and then go at it again.
Maybe a
That's just
loss.
my take.
Yeah, I was just surprised. So.
Yeah. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll loses to Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. I think I said Jelly Roll and them were going to win. I thought they were just going to have him win because he's celebrity, but come to find out, Jelly Roll said he wanted to lose because he didn't think he should win, and respect him for thinking like that. That's showing respect. It was a pretty decent match. Jelly Roll selling and looking like he crying is kind of throwing me through a loop because this guy was in prison and he was supposed to be this reformed bad guy, and he kind of, that cold crying face makes him look like a little bit of a bitch.
It's not like, look, don't let him fool you. It's not like he was a hard criminal or nothing.
I'm just saying.
I mean, he wasn't locked up for murder and stuff like that.
I'm just saying, you can't. I don't care. It don't matter. This whole notion that it matters. It don't matter what you. If you go in there, I don't care if you in there for a traffic ticket, bro. If you in prison.
No, he did most of his time in county.
Some would say depending on what county it was. Sometimes that's worse than prison, bro. County is a joke. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
What happened to my
locked up just the same? But I mean,
yeah, I'm about to say I don't recommend either one. To be honest with you, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso defeat who they face. My brain just went blank.
Wasn't it Rollins people or?
Yeah, what the heck was wrong with me? Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I don't know what the heck happened to me.
That's the first match that Bronson Reed. Yeah, man, I like them shoes.
I kind of like this thing. It's a hood thing. It's a hood thing. If you can get robbed for your money, nobody really wants to be robbed for their money, but you can't take my shoes off my feet, bro. Like, you can't beat my ass. That's a punk move. Speaking of prison,
I get it. I just wonder how much longer he's gonna take it.
Well, he took his shoes again on Monday night, so.
Yeah, he's 2 weeks, 2 times in a row. He's taking his shoes from him now.
Yeah, but I like it though. I like that's it's entertaining. It's fucking entertaining, and I like it.
I just thought it was funny because Heyman called it the Shoe-a-Fala.
Oh yeah.
Now I thought that was funny.
And Roman got to come back at some point and get those shoes. So, where we going? Gunther and CM Punk again. That was a pretty damn good match, and CM Punk won, and he was crying and he was celebrating, and Gunther got the nose broken. Was it broken or something wrong with his nose? He's gonna be out for a while, but that was a pretty good match. It was a little lengthy, but it didn't feel long. You didn't realize it was a long match until it was over.
But you know what this means now? This means now we're going to get more CM Punk and Seth Rollins.
Hey, I'm all for it. I think that's a good feud. I think CM Punk
they've been going back and forth nonstop since he came back. It seems like
it just feels real, bro. It feels real.
I mean, I understand long-term feuds. I understand. Lawler and Dundee had feuds that lasted for 20 years. Best of tag team partners, best of enemies. Only this one's just the best of enemy right now, it looks like, between these two. But
where's my camera frozen?
Yeah, I saw that.
I'll try it off for a minute, see if it resets itself. Let's see. It's still frozen.
Yeah, you're just not there.
Yeah. You can hear me though, right? You can still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I can see now this is I mean, it's productive, but yeah,
It's an
the stars,
episode that was not meant to be.
it was not meant to be. But we do need to have this discussion. WWE on ESPN. And
All
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm sorry. Like, look, like night two was all right. Dom beat AJ. Good match. Tribute to Eddie Guerrero. John Cena beat Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes beat John Cena. We know how that turned out. Brock Lesnar showing up. Solo Sikoa still United States champion. Yeah, it's okay. Becky Lynch defeats Live Valkyria.
I was surprised about
I, you didn't see that, and you should.
that. Major botch too.
I'm just gonna say you shouldn't be mad you missed that one. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Um,
Major botch in that one too. They said the zip
yeah,
guy.
yeah. I'm gonna say just be glad you didn't see it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Um, so yeah, this WWE ESPN thing, bro. Like, I've had a couple days to think about this. Um, First of all, let me get your take on it. What do you think about this whole?
Sucks. I'm not for it at all. Listen, we started off with $9.99 WWE Network, right? $10. All right, you can watch everything you wanted to WWE, the pay-per-views, the past products, everything else, right? Then
Which
you
was good,
go from
which was great.
good. It was great. Then we go from that to Peacock. Now, how much was Peacock?
It started off at like $6 or $7, but
Yeah.
now I paid what is it, 10, 11?
So I mean, you're up there still. You're not. If you took the cheaper version, you got commercials and stuff, right? We took the better
Yeah,
version with no commercials. It was more favorable to you. So
I
now you've
watched
gone
TV in
from
the
that.
'80s, bro. I'm used to commercials.
Now you've gone from that to having to buy Netflix to go along with Peacock if you want to watch Raw.
Which is okay because most people already had Netflix though.
But let's say you didn't, and you had to buy that extra. I'm just making a record of what it's done
Yeah,
over
I
the
mean,
years.
I know there are some people out there who didn't, but I'm pretty sure that there's a greater percentage of people who actually already had Netflix.
So, but now you've gone from that, and then Netflix at a minimum, Netflix was what, $7?
I pay no, yeah, $8 a month. No, I'm sorry, $9 a month for Netflix.
But if you want the better package, you're paying around $17, $18 a month.
Yes,
You can
and
download more. There's no
well, now, God,
commercials.
God bless you if you paying that because you ain't got nothing else to do with your life if you
More,
sitting there
more
watching
power
that
to
much
you.
Netflix.
Yes. Now you've
God,
gone from that to $30 a month.
well,
$30 a month.
and I'm not playing devil. I think it sucks as well. I truly, honestly think we
And
were a lot
common
better when it
things.
all was at one. Well,
And
he has proof that'll happen. I can see why he's saying that because again, we say it sucks and it does suck, but there's people still paying for it.
well, there'll be one less person paying for anything than me because I won't have Peacock anymore. And
Well,
to be honest with you, I would be half tempted to go ahead and just drop Netflix, because the only thing I've watched on it mostly has been Raw,
mm,
and then that's been mostly it. I'd be tempted to drop Netflix too at this point. So
let me ask you this: do you already get ESPN?
I get ESPN as part of my cable package. Yes.
So you will get the PLEs.
So are they going to go ahead and let you get the ESPN app, or are they
No,
going to tell the PLE come on?
so that's what I'm saying. I went through it because my initial reaction was fuck y'all and fuck y'all for wanting more of my money. That was my
Right.
initial reaction, but that was my initial reaction because I found out about it on a podcast and they were hating on it. And as you know, a lot of these podcasts come out, they'll just say the first thing they hear and don't go really figure out what it is they're about to talk about. So I said, let me go look at this. So number one, I found out if you do have ESPN through your cable provider, you will get automatically the PLEs because they're airing on ESPN.
So they're actually going to air on ESPN itself. Not
Yes.
You don't have to go to ESPN Ocho or
No.
ESPN the Plus, the app or something.
No.
Where you pay extra for the app.
No. If you're already getting, who do you get cable through?
YouTube TV.
Oh, I'm sorry. So no, you don't get it. You won't get it.
I won't
So,
get it. I got ESPN.
but they're not under that. So, and shout out to Microsoft Copilot. That's my version of Grok or AI or whatever you want to call it. That's my version. So I did it on Microsoft Copilot, and then I went and checked the links and went to credible sources to get the actual ESPN website. So if you have Fubo TV, Hulu, or if you have regular cable, like not YouTube TV cable, but like regular hardwired cable, you will get it. YouTube TV, because YouTube TV are a bunch of assholes. They're not partnering with this.
Well,
Because
I guess I won't be watching PLE.
there's a lot of channels. YouTube TV keep raising their prices and taking away channels, bro. That's why
One thing I
that's
did
why I
hear,
dropped YouTube TV. They kept raising their prices, but they were taking the channels away.
but you might want to research this and see how much truth there is to this. But supposedly, people around the world that watch it on Netflix, other than the United States,
Right.
they're seeing everything on Netflix.
Yes.
SmackDown, Raw, PLEs, everything.
Yes. Yes. Everything's on Netflix.
So let's say you get you a VPN that
Yes, you
says
can
you're
do that.
located in Berlin, Germany, or something.
You can do it. People are
You
doing
should
it.
be able to watch everything on Netflix at that point.
People are doing it. Yes. There are people in the United States who are doing that right now as we speak. Yes.
Well,
And
that's
this
one
is
thing.
and that was way before this announcement even came out. I started hearing about people doing that. When the network went to Peacock, people were doing that because they already had a lot of people didn't have Peacock. They were like, I'm not getting Peacock just for the network. When I already got Netflix, I can save me $10 and get a VPN. People were doing that long ago. So, but yeah, so if you get ESPN through a hardwired cable or Fubo TV, Hulu, there's another streaming service. But if you have Sling or YouTube TV and you have ESPN on them, even though you have ESPN on it, you are not getting the WWE PLEs. That's an individual thing. Like I say, I guess they didn't come to terms or whatever the case may be. The other way is you can actually get the ESPN, whatever this app that's dropping. They coming out with a new app, so whatever app that is,
Pay your $30 a month.
pay the $30 a month, and people just think you're doing that just for the. It's not just. So I researched that part too, right? So you get all NFL. You get a lot. You get a lot of sports. You pretty much get everything ESPN puts out for $30 a month.
Yeah.
So if you're a sports junkie,
I'm not the sports junkie that I used to be. If I still was, I would say that's a bargain.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would. I used to be so much into baseball, football, and basketball. I mean, I'm talking keeping stats on players, playing fantasy leagues, all that stuff. I was so much into it, and I don't know if I got burned out or just what the case is, but I have not done that in years.
Yeah, I think the older I get, the more I get. Like I said, you got kids and you become an adult. You just got a lot of stuff to do, and then there's that time period from like your early 30s to your late 40s where you just don't have time to sit down and watch everything you used to do because again, life, family, kids, work. And then by the time you get old enough to retire, you can't afford to have all these fucking whites. So you got the time to watch it, but you ain't got the money to pay for all these days because you retired. So, and that's if you did it right. So,
True.
but so yeah. Again, the other way is like I say, if you want to pay the $30, or like somebody like me, I only have Netflix. I pay for Netflix. I pay for Peacock. I pay for Max, and I pay for Follow. And the only reason we have Follow is because the Mrs. shows are on there. Now I could, you add up my Max, you add up you add up Max, you add up Peacock, you add up Follow, you add up Netflix, and what else am I paying for? Yeah, that's pretty much all the video subscriptions I'm paying for. You add that all that up, and and then you add $30 on top of that. I might come out cheaper just signing up for Fubo TV or signing up because Fubo TV is what 80 something dollars a month, $82 a month.
Somewhere in there.
Hulu TV is like 80 something dollars a month. You might come out cheaper just signing up and having, and especially somebody like me where I don't want to go switching. Like I said, you got to go to Peacock for this, you got to go Netflix for that, you got to go to, because I don't have regular cable, you got to go to Max to watch AEW, you got to go here to watch that.
Look,
I'm paying almost $80 anyway.
We took YouTube TV because it was $69 at the time. It was cheaper than the other places.
But now you're paying also almost $90 for it.
Now it's gone up, and I've been talking, about switching it over to a different one because of that. I mean, there's a problem with familiarity with some people. They like what's familiar to them, and YouTube TV is familiar. Starting over with something new means learning a new system. But I mean, it's not that tough, really. I mean, you go to a live guide, just like on YouTube when you're on Hulu. I've had Hulu at one point. I tried it, and it wasn't bad. I mean, I could go back to YouTube again and be just fine, pay just as much, if not less, and probably get more out of it.
Right. Like I said, I might because again, I don't. As it stands right now, the only local TV I get is my local news, which kind of got to watch the news this day and age. But if I want to watch football, I got to either watch it on, I mean, I can get NBC because I have Peacock, but that's it. And then whatever Peacock sports is, whatever they live sports they play on Peacock, that's what I watch. Or if they want to,
the games I watch are all on CBS. So I mean,
yeah, and I have Paramount, which she gets free from Walmart, so I can watch the Channel 9 games or the CBS games rather. But again, that's again going from one app to another app to another app to another. You know what I'm saying? And again, I might come out cheaper just paying the 80. Was it 82? I think it was $82 a month. Paying the $82 a month and just getting Fubo TV, which I've had at one time before.
Yeah.
And just like everybody else, they raised their prices because I think when I got Fubo TV, I was paying like $50, $60 for it, which was cool. And now it's up to 82, which everything is going to go up eventually. So if you're waiting for that to stop, good luck.
Right.
But what it sounds like to me is next year there's going to be, I will say, there's going to be a lot of people who, when that first wave comes, there's going to be some people who just say, you know what, fuck it all.
Yeah.
I'll just wait because you want to watch old stuff. There's a lot of old library put up by WWE for WWE and for WCW. So there's a lot of old stuff on that. They got a lot of different territory stuff on that. They got documentaries on there on their YouTube channel, which is all free. So if you want to watch old stuff and don't want to deal with Peacock, everybody has YouTube. It's the world's second largest search engine. It's Google and YouTube.
Right.
So you can go watch your old nostalgic stuff there, and you don't really need the network because it's all on YouTube. So yeah, I might just come out. I might just get rid of Peacock and get rid of Philo. That's almost $40 right there.
Money saved.
Money saved. And then get rid of. Well, I guess I'll keep Netflix. Just kind of have to. As it stands right, I don't have USA, so I watch. That's how I watch SmackDown on YouTube, or I go on Reddit and see what they post on Reddit. That's how I watch SmackDown. I mean, so there are ways, but
Well, for 2 years practically, I lived off highlights.
Yeah, which you can do. It's a good way to watch the show. Like,
I mean, you cut out all the fluff you don't want to see.
Yeah,
you keep up with the storylines and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's relevant, who's not.
Right.
I mean, it's not a bad way of doing it.
You took a 2-hour or 3-hour show in Raw's case, and you took that and put it in 12 to 15 minutes, and you're done.
Pretty much. And then on top of that, if you like what happened in part of that recap, well, you can search individual videos, and most likely there's going to be a video of the whole segment of that piece out there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying on WWE's YouTube. You can pretty much go search whatever you want. It's on there.
Yeah.
And so, and then again, my whole thing is you can't take us from $50 because that's what we were paying for pay-per-views back in the day, $50, $60. I mean, they got almost to $75 at one point. WrestleMania back in the day on pay-per-view, we had to call the order. I
Mm-hmm.
remember WrestleMania getting almost up to $70.
The last time I paid for one, it was around 40. It was $50, and then that was just me paying for it. After
Hmm.
that, we would get together at friends' houses. We'd all go 4 and 5 in together.
That's what I'm about to say. It got so expensive. You had to be like, hey, look, if you come, I'll have it at my house. Just bring $20 and about five
Yeah.
people with some food.
So we'll have watch party. We'll
Yeah,
bring yourselves over. We'll put money in together for this and pizza, and we'll be good.
yeah. So you can't go from that and then all of a sudden, you know what? Scrap all of it. Damn, just give us $10 a month. Not only will you get to see the pay-per-views, but you can see everything you used to like as a kid for $10. And then we thought we had it sweet. And then now you're kind of trying to put trying to put the shit back in the asshole. Once it comes out, it's out. You can't put it
Out,
back in. Yeah. So
gone.
you want people to go from paying $10, and for the most part, the people who love paying $10 were the people like you said that were paying the $50, $60. We love $10. Now you want us to go back. Not only are we paying $30 for the PLEs, but now we got to pay at bare minimum $10 to watch Raw, and then you got to
Some
pay. Come
There
on,
was
man.
somebody out there, some person with a podcast or maybe just a social media show of some sort, talking about how much it's going to cost him to watch wrestling now, and it was over $100 a month. And
Yeah,
what the way he was figuring it was X amount of dollars for his cable package he's got, and then so much money for his internet that goes on with the cable package, so much for Peacock, and then so much for Netflix. And you add all that together, he was well over $100, close to $120 a month. And he said it was not worth it in his opinion to go that route anymore, and he would be getting rid of a lot of his stuff. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. By the time I might as well just go ahead and because at least with football TV, I get what 230 or 200, yeah, is either 230 or 240 something channels. I ain't gonna watch them all. You know my TV habits, bro. I'm old school. I will put on Roku and watch old school television all goddamn day long. But
yeah,
I love sports. I took a year off of sports because my Cowboys was getting on my nerves, and they're continually getting on my nerves. My Wizards suck. I am not a LeBron James fan, and he is just fucking with my Lakers. So my whole sports life is just all in shambles. So I was like, you know what? And plus, doing the podcast, I was in wrestling. And we're gonna do wrestling, but I miss my sports. I miss watching basketball with my son because he hit teenage and he was like, I like basketball, but I'd rather
if,
go
if it's
and
not
be.
college basketball for me, it's just not as fun anymore.
Yeah, and that's how he feels about football. He loves college football. So,
Yeah,
um, but yeah, man, bro, we had it good for a few years. We had a good run, Chris. We had a good
well,
run.
speaking of a good run, I hate to break this to you, but I'm at 3% battery left on this iPad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, we're getting about to the end of it anyway. Man, I appreciate you fighting through it. I hope you feel better. I'll get back with you and we'll get right next week, and hopefully you don't
You know,
fuck.
we'll be
Hopefully
back
you
to
keep.
normal next week.
Yeah, hopefully you keep good karma. Just don't say anything and don't do nothing to fuck up yourself.
I am not doing nothing.
All right, sir.
Nothing.
Well, folks, for the people who came through and stuck around and listened and comment, appreciate y'all. Front Row Wrestling Podcast. I am Mr. KS. That is Chris. Hop along, Cassidy, we call him, and we are gone.